It's been a weak year for movies, in my opinion. I was looking at the list just before filming this and I was like, wow, that's on my top 10? I'm James from Find the Ghost. This is Making Stuff Am Haunted, and today we're taking a little break from talking about music to talk about movies. My top 10 movie releases of the year. Let me just lay down the ground rules. To qualify as a movie release, you need to have at least one showing in a cinema and be at least 70 minutes. If you hit both of those criteria, then I will count you as a movie for this list, because holy shit, a lot of fucking movies that came out this year weren't very good, and if I didn't have that fucking rule, I don't know if I'd have got to 10. I'm not gonna talk about the movies that I didn't like. I'm just gonna try to be positive and talk about the ones that I did like. I tried to be super varied this year, as I have the last few years. I tried to keep a good balance between your big franchise blockbusters and your smaller independent movies or original concepts. I don't know if I already said it. This is Making Stuff I'm Haunted. Here's the fucking title sequence. Let's just talk about these movies. In number 10. Oh, I should point out, I haven't seen Avatar 2 yet. I'm gonna see it this weekend on Sunday. I've got a 12 o'clock IMAX 3D showing. If Avatar 2 is the best movie ever, I will re-edit this video and I will put in a fucking addendum here saying where it would go in the list and all these things, or my thoughts on it or whatever. If I do not do that, then assume that Avatar 2 was fine. In 10th place, a movie that definitely would not be on this list if it had been a stronger year, but honestly, one of the more interesting times I've had at the cinema this year. The 21 Pilots cinema experience. I know, but stick with me, please. It's a documentary about a live show that the band did with a lot of parts of that live show shown in the cinema, and it looked so good. They have like physical scene transitions between all these different sets, and then the documentary portion of it like shows you the layout of the set and how they made it work. There was a little 21 Pilots quiz at the beginning. I'm trying to get to 10, guys, but I had a really good time at the cinema seeing it. My number 9 is 3,000 Years of Longing. For like the first half of the movie, I was like, I'm really digging this. For the second half of the movie, I was like, oh no, they've fucked up. They've ruined it. This isn't good. And then in like the last like 5 minutes of the movie, something happened and I got really emotionally invested in the characters and in the story, and it was like the Grinch, like my heart grew 3 sizes, and I just really liked it. And I like started tearing up, and my partner was like, that was shit. And I was like, no, the ending got me. I liked it. I liked the format of the different stories. I thought there were some really interesting visual choices. I do think the second half of the movie really lets it down. There's a few like logic jumps, just things that you feel are like out of character, and it loses the interesting structure which kept it working so well for me. But again, just the ending of it, where I was just like, wow, I liked these characters and I liked how they ended up, and I enjoyed the movie. So fuck, that's my number 9, I guess. It was interesting, to say the least. Number 8 is another documentary, but honestly, as a cinema experience, I have to fucking talk about this. Moon Age Daydream, the David Bowie documentary, PowerPoint demonstration, drug trip, I don't know. It was too long, I will say, but just like as an experience in IMAX, this was fucking incredible. The concerts, it was like you were there. It was so loud. It was so fucking loud. I couldn't believe how loud it was. But amazing, amazing like use of old film clips. It all looked great on the big screen. When it gets to the 80s and it starts being filmed on VHS, you're like, VHS was not meant to be seen on an IMAX. Sounded great, looked great. I'm a big fan of like David Bowie's last few albums, so I really like The Next Day, I really like Black Star, and I wish there was a little bit more focus on that, but honestly, I can't complain because it was so fucking good. I really enjoyed Moon Age Daydream. I wouldn't recommend seeing it if it does come out on Blu-ray or on like streaming or something, because I think watching this on your laptop or on your TV, or even maybe in your home theater, I don't think is going to give you the same vibe as seeing it in the cinema. So if you missed it, I'm sorry, but it was a really cool experience. My number 7 once again talks to how just weak I think this year was. that this again got so high. And I also can't believe that this movie came out this year. It feels like it came out like 5 years ago. But Scream 5 Cream. I love the Scream movies. This says on the back that it's the best film in the entire series. No. I even like Scream 3. So I enjoyed this. Like, it's not bad. I did really like it. I was mostly let down by the third act, the reveal of who the were. Or the fuck it. The cameos from, you've seen it. I just thought the third act was a little bit redundant. It's like, oh, we're back in the kitchen. Great. I'm really curious to see where the franchise is gonna go after this because I love Scream and I won't lie and say that I'm not gonna see every fucking one that they do. Oh, that scared me. That's my alarm to tell me to stop filming. Hang on. I got more thoughts about Scream. That really made me jump. All right, number 6, we're actually into movies that I quite enjoyed now. Like, we're past, like, the filler, and now we're into, like, my top movies of the year. Turning Red. Beautiful animated movie. I've seen it about 3 or 4 times so far this year, and I love the animation style. I love the songs. I love the characters. I just really got into this movie, and every time I watch it, it just makes me really happy. I like it a lot. I don't really have much to go into detail with. If you enjoy Disney movies and you haven't seen it, you're gonna like it. So go watch it because it's a good Disney movie. I just really liked it. I don't have much else to say. We're in the top 5, and my 5th movie was a movie that I kept seeing the trailers for all year, and I was like, yeah, I'll go see that just to spend an evening out, and I ended up finding it so entertaining. Bullet Train. I don't think Bullet Train is like movie of the year. I know it's in my top 5, but I don't really have much of a fucking choice. But I really enjoyed it. It was very over the top, but I thought it was very funny. I do think it goes on a little bit too much towards the end, but I enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed the dynamics between them. It was just a fun time at the cinema, and at the end of the day, that's all I can ask for. So Bullet Train is my number 5. Yeah, the trailers got me. Fuck it. My number 4, and some people are gonna debate whether this should be allowed on the list or not, but it is 90 minutes long, and it was shown in cinemas, so I'm gonna allow it. Doctor Who, Power of the Doctor. This is my No Way Home, okay? Like, everyone fucking went out and was like, No Way Home is great, and I fucking sat there and I went, it is good. I did like it, but it is just an excuse for cameos and references, and that is like just what the movie is fucking hanging itself on. And then I saw The Power of the Doctor and I went, oh, I get it now. Spoilers if you've not fucking caught up with Doctor Who, but everyone's fucking in it. They're all fucking in it. Oh my God, when appeared on screen as the I was like, I can't believe they did this. Speaking to as their characters in the year of our Lord 2022. I love the Master. He's my favorite Doctor Who character. His plan doesn't make any fucking sense. The plot doesn't make a lot of sense, to be completely honest with you. But oh my God, like, I get it. I understand why all these people go fucking bananas over the Avengers now. I get it. I can't complain anymore. I'm sorry. The ending, I'm gonna calm down. The ending was beautiful. The final shot of her on top of regenerating, like, there were rumors that the show, that if it didn't find a new showrunner, could have been like cut off here. And this film, I think, would have been a perfect place to leave it for a while and then have it come back. Power of the Doctor, one of my favorite movie experiences of the year. I'm considering renting out a cinema to watch it on the big screen because I didn't have that opportunity because they didn't fucking show it. Like, I'm leaving already. They didn't show it like they did Day of the Doctor. I'm sorry, I'm leaving. Goodbye. We're in the top 3. We're in the real movies now. We're in the real fucking movies that hit me hard. Number 3, Nope. Loved it. Loved it. It reminded me so much of like the Spielberg movies I grew up with. There's a lot of Jaws in this. There's a lot of Jurassic Park in this, I feel. The scene at night in the rain, I won't go into too many spoilers in case you haven't seen it, but the scene at night in the rain, where something is over the house, reminds me a lot of the Tyrannosaurus Rex scene in Jurassic Park, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, so it's one of my favorite scenes of all time. So I was watching this and I was like, this is fucking great. The flashback sequence with the monkey, or the chimp, or whatever the fuck it is, that is the most on edge I have been in a cinema in fucking years. Everything that happened, I was just like gripping onto my seat, like I can't believe I'm watching this. I can't believe this is happening. I don't want to know. But I love Nope. The third act is maybe not my favorite part of the movie, but I mean, I can't complain because the rest of it is so good and just funny. The crowd really got into it. I've seen a couple of people talk about the humor, that they didn't like it as much. I thought it was really fucking funny. My number 2 choice really fucking changed my year as well, movies wise. It should be my number 1. You'll understand why it isn't when I get to my number 1, but Everything Everywhere All at Once. I don't even have words to like talk about this. I shouldn't be doing movie reviews. Life affirming, life questioning. The antagonist, I wouldn't even say the villain, the antagonist is one of my favorite kind of antagonists, and that is reality warpers. I love fucking reality warpers in fiction, and just the whole fucking thing. Hilarious, emotional. It's got a puppet. It's got a little animatronic in it. I'm over the moon for it. And I'm glad that it has done well. And I'm glad that so many people have loved it, because honestly, yes, one of the best fucking movies of the year. Before I get to my number 1 choice, I just want to rattle off a couple of honorable mentions. These aren't movies that were released in 2022, but they're movies that I saw for the first time in 2022. It's a bit of a cheat, but it takes me a while to get round to all the movies, so some of them are from last year, so let me just quickly talk about it. From 1972, going back a little bit, Fear in the Night. I got like a Hammer collection, and I'm getting around to watching the movies. Those fucking movies set in a school with a couple of spooky scenes that I really liked. I just got around to this, The Green Knight. Hello. I do not like fantasy movies. I don't like them one bit. It's like Lord of the Rings and that's it. The rest of them fucking bore me. But The Green Knight, really good. Loved it. Bought it on Blu-ray. Another movie that I just got around to, that I'm catching up on, fucking Dr. Sleep. Hello. As a sequel to The Shining, I think this is fucking terrible. As a fucking weirdo movie, loved it. Loved every second of it. We're all going to the World's Fair. I really enjoyed this. Really creeped me out. Really good use of tension, and just the feeling in some of the scenes. Very good. Very, 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 very good. One of my favorite movies I saw this year, one of the weirdest movies I saw this year, Climax from 2018. I just got around to this, and it's fucking amazing. I loved it. I see a lot of people like, this is like watching a nightmare, and I'm like, yep, I see that. I understand why you would say that, and I do not like this picture. Technically, this came out this year. I saw the Heathers, the musical pro shoot, and I discovered Heathers this year. I went to West End Live, and they played Candy Store, and I was like, holy shit, where the fuck has this been all my life? And so it's great to have a pro shoot of that musical. And now it's time for my number 1 movie of 2022. And some people are gonna call me a fool for putting this as my number 1 movie, but I like to consider myself, a true connoisseur of the arts. It's Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I fucking love Sonic the Hedgehog, alright? It's my favorite, and they made a movie, and I went to see it, and it had Tails, and it had Knuckles, and it had Dr. Eggman, and then, spoilers, it had the fucking he turned into Sonic at the end of the movie, and then there was a post-credit scene, and showed up. And I fucking had to grab my partner sitting next to me, because it was like us and all children, and I didn't want to scream, holy fuck, in the middle of the cinema in front of small children, so I controlled myself. When they fucking said like, oh, we found something from I was internally vibrating at a frequency no human has ever fucking recorded before. The movie isn't perfect. It shouldn't be my number 1, but it is, because I'm just a blind fucking Sonic fan. Cut the Uptown Funk shit. Cut out a bit of the wedding stuff. I didn't hate the wedding stuff as much as everybody else did, but I cut a bit of the wedding stuff out. But just, I don't know, just like the ending is just like the Sonic Heroes movie that I wanted, and I got it, and I can't wait for the 3rd movie, because I'm a big Sonic fan. That's it. If you don't agree with me, then just put Everything Everywhere. Oh my god, the alarm again. Just put Everything Everywhere at the number 1 spot and move Sonic down if you want me to talk about this objectively. Everything Everywhere was the best movie of the year, but I love Sonic the Hedgehog, so that's my number 1. Thank you so much for watching. I think this is the last Making Stuff I'm Haunted of 2022. So thank you so much for watching if you've watched all of them. And if you haven't, you can go back. I also just did a catch up on my favorite music releases of the year. And I've talked about other stuff like albums I've recorded and stuff like that. I'm gonna stop talking now. Thanks. Goodbye. Fuck off. That's how I end the video. It's not an insult to you. It's how I end all of them. I got my My Chemical Romance tour t-shirt on. It's been a good year. Not for movies though. Please, I want 2023 to be a better year for movies. I'm looking forward to that Mario movie. And I didn't like The Batman, and Thor Love and Thunder was fine, and Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness was fucking shit. It's one of the worst movies I've seen this year. I'm just dissing movies. And Avatar 2, I'm excited for it. Let's see. I'm ready. This Sunday, I'm going to see it. IMAX 3D. Let's see if it's any good. All right, fuck off.